broadcast for the Club of Budapest of their 20th anniversary of their manifesto. I'm Sam Elick, the founder and CEO of Brain Juice, right here, which is a little shot that it's nutrients and energy for your brain that elevates your mental focus, mental clarity, helps with memory and cognition, all higher mindedness, and it elevates your consciousness, which is very in line with the mission of the Club of Budapest. So I'll drink one right now so you can see how it goes. We as Brain Juice and me as Sam Elick am very happy and thankful to be a part of this event. Gabriel Cavazos, who runs the company that has BigCtv and is partnered with Positive TV to broadcast this event, is a personal friend of mine, very close friend, great guy, and he has Architecture, which is a company that utilizes sacred geometry, which sacred geometry is the basic architecture of the universe. All particles, all atoms, they follow the models of sacred geometry. And Gabriel with Architecture is applying that to every part of life, such as architecture, he calls it bioarchitecture, and water. So when you structure water in the sacred geometric way, you can then program it with messages and intentions. That was discovered by the research of Dr. Masaru Emoto, and I believe it was Japan, that when you put, like, even if you just take a word and put it on a glass of water, it actually changes the molecular structure of the water to harmonize with the intention of that word. So if you were to put, brain wellness on a bottle of water, it would actually program that water to help your brain. There's a bunch of other things too that can program water, such as sound, vibration, they call it cymatics, and even stones and crystals all have an energy that can program water. So we were very conscious with all the words and the imagery we put on the brain juice bottle, because we want it to be as powerful as possible, to put the intention into your body and into your brain to elevate your consciousness and your mind. We even have a little seed of life right there, as you can see on the bottle. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Brain Juice and how it applies to the Club of Budapest mission. So the Club of Budapest, I found out, their mission is to expand the consciousness into the business world and into the leaders around the world, so that they become more conscious of the impact that humanity is having on the planet and on each other, so that we can elevate ourselves out of the time of the hard times that we're having right now as a planet. Obviously, there's lots of fighting going on our planet, and we're extincting species, and any way you look at it, we're having an impact on our planet that is adversely affecting other people and animals. So, in life in general. So it's time for us to take responsibility and elevate ourselves, so that we can elevate humanity, so that we can elevate all life on this planet and the planet in general, which is alive itself. And the way Brain Juice fits into that is that it actually gives your brain the bionutrients, the actual natural nutrients that your brain uses, which is basically your engine of your consciousness in this life. So that's kind of the deeper intention behind the product. Of course, most of the words we use are focus, clarity, and memory, which are very easily understandable to anybody. So another way that's really probably the most profound way that Brain Juice and that elevated states of consciousness affect ourselves, is that we can actually affect our own personal well-being with our brain and with our intention and with our mind. So a lot of people have illnesses in their body. What we're finding now with quantum physics research is that you can actually affect your physical body with your mind, and you can heal yourself. So, for example, if there's somebody who's thinking negative thoughts, and has, every time you have a thought, you have an emotional response right after it. So if you're thinking negative thoughts about yourself, about other people, or about the planet, then it's actually going to negatively impact your body. That's what science shows us these days. It causes your cells to contract, and when your cells contract, energy, water, and nutrients don't really flow through them in a coherent way. So, but if you have positive thoughts, let's say you look at yourself with love, you look at other people with love and gratitude and compassion, and you forgive them when they do things that you don't like, then that actually opens up your cells and allows energy to flow better through your body, and it gives your body an increased state of well-being, and every cell in it and every organ in there in your body has an increased state of well-being. So when you have an elevated state of consciousness, you become more aware of those negative thought patterns, the negative emotional patterns, the words, the actions, and as you become more aware, you're more able to change it. And as you change it more and more, you start to have sort of a snowball effect where you notice a negative thought pattern. Like maybe you look at yourself and you think you're not pretty, or you think you're ugly or whatever, or maybe you have a tendency to judge other people if they're different than you, or maybe if you have a tendency to get angry in traffic and like get all mad when somebody cuts you off or whatever. Every time that happens, it actually has a negative impact on you. So when you become more conscious of those things, you can actually, in that moment when something happens and your thought and emotional response to it, you can actually jump in and say, you know what, I'm just going to let this be okay. I'm actually going to think good thoughts about this person, or I'm actually going to be grateful for this adversity that just happened to me on the road. And whenever you can do that, especially when you learn to do it in every part of your life, your body, every cell in your body literally is more open, more responsive, and has a higher state of well-being. And as you get to have more well-being within yourself, then that starts to extend to everybody around you, all the people around you, and the planet and all the animals around you as well. And so that's what this is about. It's about helping people elevate that consciousness so that they choose to have a better impact on themselves, others, and the planet, which is the most important thing we can do right now. All the problems on our planet, which we're going to overcome them, but all of them are consciousness related. That's really all this is. As people elevate their consciousness, we will pull ourselves out of this as humanity, and everything will get better for everybody. There will be more abundance. So thank you for listening to that. I'm very proud to be a partner of Gabriel and BigCtv2, and some of the stuff they're doing with water, the research they're doing with water right now, programming intentions into water and programming water with the highest and best energies possible, is going to revolutionize the water industry. We're going to partner with them and use their water and brain juice and whatever products we have in the future. So we're very excited about that. They get their water from the Appalachian Mountains, which is one of the cleanest sources available on the planet. So thank you guys. Thank you, Gabriel and BigCtv2. I want to thank everybody at the Club of Budapest. Very grateful to be a part of this. And I'm grateful that mission is happening on the planet. And I put my support behind it. I am one of the people on the planet that's standing for higher levels of consciousness, and that's working on myself to be the best that I can be so that I can help other people as well. And I'm just grateful to be a part of this whole thing. It's fun. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, everybody at home. Hope you're enjoying things. I'm here in Austin right now. It's about 6 a.m. in Austin, Texas. So about to get started on another day. Thank you, guys.